appreciate that. I'm still not used to that. Always looking for somebody else when everybody starts applauding, so I really do appreciate that. How about that, about Larry, a Republican governor in Maryland? How great would that sound, huh? Can you imagine the Sun headline the next day, you know, Red Revolution in Maryland? Hey! You imagine all that money they spent to get out Roscoe Bartlett and to reinstill the O'Malley regime, and they lose both? Wouldn't that be devastating? And I have to tell you, you know, there are two things that Larry's doing that Tony Brown isn't, that I find really interesting. Number one, running for governor, and number two, running a disciplined campaign. You know, to where is Tony Brown? Was it Larry? He wasn't out on Glory today, was he? No. Because that's in Garrett County. He thinks Western Maryland ends in Frederick. You know, he thinks the Catoctin Mountains. That's it. He says, more to Maryland? I've never been out there. You know, I-81, isn't that Pennsylvania? He has no idea. So Larry was there, and it was cold, and it was rainy, and the crowd was a little lighter this morning. I think the weather kept a lot of people home. But he was out there shaking hands with the Change Maryland bus and a team with him, and they weren't. And I have not seen Tony Brown anyway. I take that back. One place I think I ran into. I think it was by mistake. He mistakenly wound up at the Gaithersburg Parade. Yeah. He thought he was in New Hampshire, campaigning for O'Malley. He's like, is this in New Hampshire? No, it's Gaithersburg. And secondly, he's been totally undisciplined. He's completely off message now. Talking about things that, all he's doing is the war on women meme, really? You know, what a joke. I mean, Larry, by the way, your commercial with your daughter is amazing. I have to tell you, what an advocate for the cause. I mean, isn't it ironic that all the multicultural component to this entire race has been on the Republican side, nowhere else? You know, Larry's wife is Asian, my wife is Hispanic. You know, Boyd happens to be black, and I'll be honest with you, none of this stuff matters to conservatives, but the Democrats are infatuated with it, and they can't seem to match it now, can they? You know, it's just amazing. So, that was a great ad. You know, all the stump speeches are kind of over now, folks. This is the end. There's about 20 days left, and I just want to take the few moments that you gave me to really thank everyone in this room. I see Neil over there, Roy Queen and Jerry from my campaign, and Ginger and Doug, and all the folks out there who put their names on the ballot and have been knocking on the doors. It means a lot to me. The Hendershots crew over there, out there waving signs at me last week, breathing in all that car exhaust. It's delicious after about an hour. But we got so many thumbs up. I don't think we got any one-finger salutes at all, did we? Montgomery County once in a while we get it. But Nigel too, and Terry, thank you guys all, Mike McKay over there. And of course, you know, the great Jim Warner, my personal hero. I could talk to forever. Yeah. Jim should run for office. He should run for president. You're better than the one we have now. So, right? But I really do mean it. Thank you all for putting in the blood, sweat, and tears. It means more to my wife and I than I think words would ever. I can't properly articulate it. I'm sorry. I'm just not that good at it. We go home every night and we're just amazed that there are so many people in a state where you would think apathy would be paramount. That if you had to triage your problems, number one wouldn't be politics. Everyone would say, I gave up, the Democrats won, but that's not the case. There are a lot of fighters in this state, but a lot of heart. There are so many good people out there who have hit so many doors and put so much effort into this. And this is winnable, folks. And here's the numbers, because I get this all the time. Whether it's Larry's race or whether it's my race. They say, oh, you know what? Can we do it? Can we do it? And I just got done I was talking to a former Montgomery County police officer somewhere in this room, somewhere. Oh, there you are, right over there. Yeah, we're having a great conversation. And he was asking me, you know, can it be done? Can we overcome Baltimore City and Montgomery County? So let me just give you a number right now. A million votes. You say, what does that have to do with anything? Well, George W. Bush, a Republican, frankly speaking, at the height of his unpopularity with the Democrats in 2004 in his re-election, you know how many votes he got in Maryland? 1 million. You know who the first governor and only governor in Maryland's history to ever get 1 million votes was? Martin O'Malley. Why am I telling you that? 1 million people were willing to come out in 2004 at the height of his unpopularity in this state and vote and pull the lever for George W. Bush. What do you think happened to those people? You think they all evaporated? They're still here. They didn't leave. They're not Martians. You know, there's that movie out, what is it, like The Reckoning, where everybody disappears or something. But once that didn't happen, they're still here. We have to go out and get them. Larry can win this race. Larry's going to win this race, but it's going to require action. And here's what I'm going to ask you to leave it tonight. 10, 10, or 10. I need you to do this. I need you to either call 10 people, call 10 of your friends. You don't have to tell them to vote for Larry. That never works, or vote for me. Tell them why you're voting for Larry, why you're voting for me, why you're supporting Terry or Mike, or anyone, or Doug, or anyone else in this room, and tell them why. It matters more. Asking them to vote, they feel like they're being sold something. But tell them, that's why I support these guys. You may not be into politics, but it's an important election. If you don't want to call 10 friends, I understand. Can you send 10 emails and say, folks, listen, I don't usually mix politics with friends, but it's a perilous time for the country, and I feel it's time to speak up. I'm supporting these guys, and here's why. It's a great state. We're losing it. It's time for something new. If you don't want to do that, you're on Facebook. Can you put 10 posts from now to election day? Make it a different candidate each time. Say, I'm supporting Doug. Here's why. I'm supporting Larry. Here's why. Folks, it matters. The Obama campaign figured out a long time ago that TV commercials are great, but it's your friend's opinion that matters a whole lot more. So again, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you so much. You guys and ladies mean more to me, So it's been a really heartwarming experience for the last 3 years, and this may be the last election for me for a while. My family's their fund meter's kind of pegged right now, so they come first. So thank you for everything. I appreciate it.